We're gonna start this video off with a little bit of a rant. Are you ready to see that blonde girl Mandie get a little bit mad? Because it's happening right now. So I just wanted to explain to you guys really quickly, as a YouTuber and as a hairstylist and educator, salon owner, I want you guys to know, everyone that watches my channel, I love you guys. I'm so grateful for you, and I'm here because of you guys. And so I wanted to kind of just talk really quick about some of the hate that comes on through the internet. First of all, we're all human. We all have issues. We're all not perfect. And whatever that is that you're doing, whether it's you're a doctor, you are a hairstylist, you work in corporate America, have a 10 to 5 job, whatever, you all make mistakes, okay? So don't pretend you're perfect. So that's something I wanted to say. The other thing is, this channel is free education for you guys. So what that means for you is you can come onto my channel and look at all 270 videos I have out there for you guys and appreciate the free knowledge that you're getting, because I'm just giving this to you guys because I love what I do. And I am an educator and I am a teacher. And so what I'm doing for you guys is teaching what I know, whether that's wrong or right. And who knows for you guys if that's wrong or right. But for me, what I'm teaching seems right to me. So if you guys are here watching, I want all positivity. I don't need negative things coming onto my channel. Nobody knows what anyone's dealing with. So I want you guys to just kind of be aware of what you're typing and what you're saying. Now, with that being said, the positive is way more overpowerful than the negative. So I'm not worried one bit. But with this last tutorial I did, it went crazy amazing, went very far, so much is happening with it, huge transformation, and I was willing enough to share with you guys a process that is hard, a hard process that is an everyday look in this salon, but I was willing to give you guys my real raw edit, and whatever it looked like, it was what it was. And to be quite honest, the hair we did turned out absolutely incredible. So I'm gonna be going in here and giving you guys a second session with this hair, and we're gonna keep it the same way, real raw and beautiful. And I cannot wait to show you guys what we're doing. So any of you out there who have anything negative or rude to say about my look, my voice, my clients, the hair I do, I will say goodbye, Felicia, and I will block you, because we're not here to spread negativity. Like, there's enough in the world going on, right? So let's just clear the air. Okay, rant over, cut that, rant over. And now we're starting off on something incredible. So get ready with us today on this amazing video. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. I'm gonna stay here and be here until the day I can't do hair, which who knows when that will be. But anyways, that's that. Let's get going. All right, and we are here right now with the most beautiful, beautiful Stephanie. You guys know her. Isn't she so
Hello,
cute?
everyone.
We're gonna answer a few questions really quick that we got asked in our last comments, which she doesn't even know about them, but everyone's wondering where your accent's from.
Well, big reveal. I'm from Germany.
Yay!
It's true.
Yep, born, raised Germany.
I am a German citizen, everyone.
And you moved to the US when?
I was 17, so I've spent half my life here. 17 years in Germany, 17 years here.
So you have your heart in both places.
I have my heart in both places.
Yeah.
It's on my body in tattoos.
Yeah. She works in a hospital, and she also is an injector for a spa, and she creates women's confidence to like skyrocket high, like within a needle of time. So that's how we did meet, and I love her so much, and we have become fast friends for sure. Why did you want to change your hair color from dark to going blonde? What made you want to do that?
So it just started off by, I started going gray pretty early in life, probably around 20. I started having gray hairs, and white, actually, not even gray.
Yeah.
And I'm 34 now, and I just have a really good amount of white hair, and I've just been always covering my roots, covering with box color, everyone. and actually my husband, who is a genius apparently, said, why don't you just go a lighter color? You should go ice white.
Stephanie had text messaged me one night and was like, you know what? Am I freaking crazy right now?
A late night of Pinteresting with, you know, maybe a glass of wine.
Yep, that happened. And so she had sent me a text message with a picture and said, guess what? I'm doing this. Look.
Here you go, everyone.
At her inspiration.
Whoa. In love.
Bangs and everything, color and everything, and we are not far from that. So what we are doing today, you guys, is we are cutting off her hair. We are cutting about 9 inches off. We are going to cut some bangs because she's gonna be way banging. You just wait. But the first process is I'm going to cut first the base cut, and then I'm gonna start coloring, because why color all this hair that's gonna just be cut? So we're going to cut a little bit longer than she wants, and then we're gonna kind of finish the touch-ups when it's dry. As you guys can see, it's been 1 month. Here's her roots growing in. She's about a level 6. I can hardly see any of those grays growing through, which is amazing. But we had kind of consulted before this, and we're gonna do a little tiny micro root. So as her hair's growing, it's not gonna be a line of demarcation. It will kind of softly just flick off with her natural color. So we're going a couple shades lighter. We're gonna do a very cute, sassy, trendy haircut. The 2018 haircut and the 2018 trend is strawberry blonde lobby haircut, which you guys see my hair. I chopped mine too, and I love it. But we can stop talking, we can stop rambling. I know people get sick of that sometimes, so let's get right with it. How about that? 5 minutes later. So anyways, love you guys. Let's get ready for this transformation.
Now my dream is my reality.
All right, so I'm going to actually tie off her hair just because it makes things a little bit easier. But I want to give you guys a little trick really fast. If you know you're chopping a lot off, go longer first, and then you can kind of go up and cut more off when it's done. But I also like to keep, so I'll do the tension, I'll pull everything back, and then I'm going to take this and kind of tug in the front there and tug in the front there. That way when her hair falls out of this ponytail, we'll have it a little bit longer in the front than it will be in the back. This is an 8-inch comb, and we have 8 inches right here. So we're gonna go with 8, even though I know I wanna take 9. We're gonna take off 8, and then we'll have an inch to work with at the end. All right, here we go, the first snip. I'm gonna kind of work off of sections, and I am using my shark fin shears. When you have, oh, snip, no going back lower. Oh yeah, she has a lot of hair, you guys, so you kind of just want to work off of sections. And it's off!
Oh my gosh,
and it's off, and it's off.
So light.
Oh my gosh, look at it. You guys, look how cute. All right, we're gonna bring it forward for her. She's gonna see what it looks like.
Short hair.
Ah!
Whoa! That's an instant transformation.
Look
Even
at
though we
that.
haven't done anything.
I know.
Oh.
So yeah, girl.
Oh my god, that's gonna be so fun.
It's gonna be so cute on you. Yep, here we go.
This is the
She's
perfect-
changing the world.
Perfect decision.
I love it. Okay, we're gonna go mix up my liner. Alright, you guys, we're back here at the color bar, and we are going to formulate. So you all know that her natural level is 6 with a little bit of grays popping through. I'm actually going to be working off of a permanent color line today. That way it just kind of sticks and it's rich and it kind of dives in deep into those hair strands. So I'm going to be working off of Redken Chromatics. This is their oil delivery system, and this is actually an ammonia-free line. So everything is an oil delivery system, and it's very healthy, and it's coverage up to 100%. So we're gonna be using 3 different tones on her. So we're gonna work off of the darker color first. So I'm gonna be working with 5BC, which is a brown copper. Because we're kind of sticking with more of a warmer tone on her, adding a little bit of warmth is great. So I'm gonna actually just do a teeny bit of that though. And I am measuring everything. I'm gonna be doing 0.5. And then I just wanted to add the 5 level just so I can get some dimension and some dark rich tones in there. But the main goal is to have a 6 level. So we're gonna go off of 6NA, which is a natural ash. And I'm going to be doing 1 ounce. All right, and then we have a little teeny bit of 6G. I'm gonna be adding in just a sliver, just to kind of give it a little bit more of that rich tone. So we have a total of 1.5 ounces of color just alone. Now it's very important to use the right developer with the color line you're working with because it's all designed to work together. So we're gonna be using 10 volume only, and I'm almost out, so I had to have upside down. And it's very a creamy consistency. All right, so this will be my formula for the base. All right, so that's what we're gonna work off of first, and we don't need to add any Olaplex in there. You can if you want, it won't hurt anything, but we're gonna just keep it that way. We're working with Redken Flash Lift. It's my old obsession I had, which was years ago. I used Flash Lift, and I'm kind of coming back to it. So we're gonna mix up some lightener. We're gonna do quite a bit because she has a lot of hair. And I want this consistency to be more like clay. And again, also my new obsession with developer is this conditioning cream developer. It's like a creamy conditioning developer, just like it says. I'm using 30 volume, and I am going to be putting in a little bit of Olaplex. Her hair doesn't need a ton of lifting. So as you guys can see, it takes a minute to work in, as it would if you were working with clay lightener. It's supposed to be like a frosting. All right, we're gonna add in some Olaplex. I'm gonna do 1/16 ounce, which is right by that Z, which is right under ounces. And this will kind of help my consistency liquefy a little bit. Okay, so I wanted to explain to you guys really quick. I saw in the comments that some of you guys were like, why is the back so much blonder than the front? Let me explain to you why. First of all, when you start in the back process is faster and quick. Well, not faster, but it does sit on the hair a lot longer. So it's important to kind of either work fast, work with an assistant, or work with a lower developer. But today, I am going to be working a little bit quick. We're changing up the technique, which I'll teach you guys. And as you guys can see, her back, like I want you guys to just look at this really quick so you're not all talking some hate here. This is a very pretty, consistent tone all the way through. It just got processed a little bit lighter. And here's the thing. This was a color correction, and this was something that was out of the unexpected. You don't know what's gonna happen to the hair. I was not thinking that this hair would lift this good, this fast in one session, and that's why we have very healthy hair. Now we're on to the second session a month later, and we are going to be working off of in the back again, and I have about 25 developers, so 30 volume with 1/16 ounce. We'll kind of drop that down to a 25 volume all the way throughout her whole head. So I'll show you guys what we're doing today. Here we go. So we are starting in the back at the nape, and we are going to start with adding in the tiny, tiny, tiny micro root. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna have you look down for me. All I'm gonna do, you guys, is I'm gonna take this very wide comb Fraymar brush, which is my all-time favorite, and I'm going to just kind of tap right here. I'm just tapping. I'm not going any lower. I'm just gonna go a little beyond her line of demarcation that's being created as it's growing out, but we want this to be soft as it's growing out. So not a ton, just a little. And down through here, the nape's always a little bit pulled up, and it has a little bit of some breakage. I wouldn't say breakage with lightener, but breakage all around. Everyone has it here, so let's just be real. The nape is kind of a fragile spot. So let's just kind of get that to become a little bit more healthy there. All right, and that's that. That's what we're gonna do there. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this section, and I'm actually going to give it a large stitch. And I want this to be dimensional. So I'm gonna be taking some foils. I only use Fraymar foils. And I am going to be doing a little bit of a foilage. So you guys will see what I'm talking about here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna just take this product, apply it, saturate it, and kind of push up everything, and you'll have an instant blend. Now, it's really important, you guys, to have the right tools when you're working as a hairstylist. I'm so glad this power painter right here was invented by Fraymar, because it just makes your job go by so much easier and quicker. next section, you guys can see that her hair is obviously growing quick. Like for a 1 month is a pretty good grow out for what you see. So this will be good for her to have just a little bit of a low maintenance here and just kind of go on just past her line of demarcation. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to actually take a baby light, or you can call it a microweave. Everything in between that you see that's left out is going to stay out. That's going to be my subsection. And you'll see a lot of different dimensions going throughout this whole entire hair. And certain spots in everyone's hair can light in different ways. And so if you're like, how come it's so much blonder here and not here? It's because a lot of hair down through here doesn't really see the sun, and so if you can get it light down here, awesome. If you can't, then keep it at your sessions and don't try to overdo it in one session.
Still it feels surreal to see it all around me. But now my vision is clear. Every moment has been leading me here. So I raise my voice to the sky, 'cause inside I know that this is my time. Let this moment wash over me. Now my dream.
All right, you guys, a little update. We are done with the back. It's processing. It's looking good so far. Done with the side. And now we're going, we're just almost finishing up here on this side. I want to tell you guys what we're doing here. I'm just still going in here with a tappity tap, just like this. We're just tapping that in. And I absolutely love this color line and the consistency that I get. Because when you put color on hair, it actually will heat up because your scalp is skin and your skin heats up. So this is a heat zone right here. And so normally, like if I'm adding in like a more liquid base, we're gonna be dealing with some like seepage and some like it's running down the face. So this line I really love when you're doing something like this, and it's gonna give it the coverage it needs. So I'm gonna just tap it in just like that. Now I'm gonna take a medium stitch just like this, and because I already really love this color, I'm not worried or concerned at all for a little teeny micro stitch to be left out for some dimension. And I'm taking, again, foil, and I'm going to just go in here, and I am going at a little bit of a diagonal because, again, I really like to work off of where the hair is falling. So I'm just placing my product, again, still using Redken Flash Lift with conditioning cream, 25 volume, and I'm going in here and I'm gonna push this up, and as you see these peak points, I'm just gonna kind of feather each of these little guys up all the way and just create that small little micro root for her. Okay, next section. I am taking, on the sides, I'm taking see-through sections because I like to really work off of every little detail. Every little hair counts. And as you guys can start seeing, like we have a little bit of some gray here, and this will kind of cover it perfectly. But again, this is just her natural color. So we're not going any darker than that. Now I'm going to take my next section. This was a medium stitch, remember? I'm taking a little teeny microweave. So it looks like a big block of hair, right? But it's very, very broken up. So I like to go in here and just place, don't worry too much. And if I go over on top of that darkness that I added onto the root, and it turns into that lavender, purple, pink, whatever color that is one of my favorite things that I see happen because you just know like it's just gonna be a really good transition. Now around the hairline, I actually want to kind of go a little bit more up and give her some brightness around that hairline. So we're gonna take this and give her a little money piece there. So again, now we are changing up the technique. So I have 3 different things going on. I have a medium stitch, a baby light stitch, and now this whole section is going to be a balayage. And so I'm gonna just, again, each section, take the base and just tap, tap, tap. 10 volume only, deposit only. If you have a client who is probably 60% gray, you can actually use 20 volume if you feel like you need to cover more. That's all I'm doing there. Now, what I'm gonna do on this whole section is I'm going to balayage, and I'm not gonna leave out any hair in between the foil. So taking my tension, holding it, placing your product, and you can just start working your way into what you need to. A lot of the time, like, people think the balayage needs to be your perfect W's or your perfect V's. It doesn't need to be that. You can actually have this whole entire section be a balayage, and I like to go up through here. Again, tension. If you're slacking like this, you're not gonna have any transition. So you always want tension, and you kind of say sorry to your client if it's pulling a little bit, but it's best for that to happen. So I'm gonna just take this and bring this all up until I can't see any of her hair left out in between right there. And I'm just going all the way up until that nice root hits. And this is gonna be a surface paint because this, all this hair doesn't need too much saturation, because again, we're only trying to get her 2 levels lighter. So we're not trying really hard to take her platinum. That was our original goal, but we've changed our minds, and I'm
Because you're allowed
so
to
glad.
change your mind in life.
You are allowed to, exactly. And then I'll just take from zone 3 and I'll saturate that. All right, back here at the color bar, she's processing in some Olaplex right now. We are mixing up. We're gonna keep it simple, and we're gonna actually use 8 GI all throughout her whole head. And she's at about a level 9, so this is perfect because we wanted to lift her a couple shades lighter. That was 1 ounce, and then I'm gonna add a little dash, just like that, of 9B with processing solution. I'm gonna be adding in some crystal clear, just so I can keep this on the hair for a little bit longer. And then I'm gonna be adding some processing solution. Perfect. All right, so we are going to just glaze up this hair. We're just gonna take it all in here and just do your thing. Just get it all up in here. She lifted absolutely incredible. Very even all the way through the ends. I have my cute little assistant on. Say hi.
Hi.
She's adorable. And we are just sectioning her out. And you guys, I cannot wait for you guys to see the results. So once we tone her, we're actually gonna let this fully process for an entire 15 minutes because it's best to keep on your toners. One thing you guys need to know, and this is something that came from Redken. Redken Shades EQ is a demi-permanent, and it's kind of gonna sit onto the surface of the hair strand versus kind of dive deep down into the hair strand. So the longer you keep it on, the better. 20 minutes is 20 washes. So you kind of get the hint. 10 minutes, 10 washes. Other than that, that's that. That's some tips for you.
I know the hardest part ain't behind me yet. Brush this dirt off my shoulder. I'm moving forward with my dream in my hands. Though the story started long ago, long before these lights, long before the show. Always felt what was inside of me. Still it feels surreal to see it all around me. But now my vision is clear. Every moment.
So I cannot believe what's happening with my own eyes. We are focusing on the haircut right now, and we just did some dry cutting on this side of her hair. I want you guys to see the difference, okay? So we have this side that's very soft, it has some movement, very subtle. We have a little bit of some layers in here and some texture. Then we get to this side where we haven't touched any of the detail. It's very heavy, it's thick on those ends. So we want to kind of go through and we're going to do some razoring and some kind of technique that I like to use with my shears. So I'm going to teach you guys what I like to do there. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to just section her in half. Stephanie has a lot of hair and the texture is very thick. So we're going to just take some really deep point cuts and we're going to just point cut into that until I feel it's not like a step where I'm like, oh, and I have to take, it's heavy. We're gonna take the heaviness away. Now, let me show you what I like to call the twist and sliver. I just made it up, but okay, it worked. Okay, so this next section, we're gonna take a little pie like this. I'm going to take out right here because that hair doesn't need to be thinned out at all. And I'm going to twist this away from her face. So this side I twisted away from her face, this side I'll twist away from her face. So we're gonna just do like a little bit of a looser twist. And I'm gonna take my shears and I'm gonna just slither all the way down that twist. And what that's giving me is internal surfaced layers. And that's going to create a layer where it's almost like you can't see the layer, but when you start, you know, putting texture in it and playing around with it and curls and natural air dried, you're gonna get that texture with this twist. So you're gonna kind of just let it go down, slither it through, and let it unravel, like unravel, is that the word? Unravel? Okay, let it unravel as it's doing that. And you can see that, and you kind of see like that's a step and that's a step. But the best thing is when you start untwisting that, it just becomes this perfect little movement layer. All right, so then my next little tip I do is I like to do the butterfly. I'm literally making them all up. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna take this all the way down, and I take my two fingers, my middle finger and my index finger, take it all the way down, and I'm going to just bend. And that creates like a little butterfly wing. And I'm gonna go in here and I'm going to just point cut into this. This is where you can actually go in and point cut and not have to really go with the flow of the hair. Just kind of get in there, and then I like to take my shears and chip into those ends just like that. This creates a layer that is internal along with, you can kind of tell a little bit, kind of layer. All right, you see this little guy? This is called the feather razor, very sharp blade. Always have a fresh blade on there. But I'm gonna take this and I'm still gonna be doing some texturing. So I'm gonna go through here, hold out this hair, give it tension. And as you can see, I'm gonna be going inside of this hair, okay? So what I'm not doing is I'm not taking this and going on the surface, because if you do that, you're gonna create some split ends. So you're gonna go through here, hold this out, and you're gonna go inside of the hair and slither down, okay? And only do a little bit per section, and you can kind of see like all of that bulk that just came out. We need that bulk out so she can actually run her fingers through her hair. All right, again, same thing. I'm going to then go in here, and the best way of doing this, because you're actually picking up a whole section, is just take this. Again, do not go like this on top of the hair. That will create a lot of split ends and frizz. So I'm gonna take my fingers and turn it inside out, and I'm gonna go inside of that hair. And it's kind of like you're removing bulk without it being shown. See? That's perfect. I'm showing you the reveal! I'm so excited. Da, da, da.
Whoa.
I know.
She's done it again.
Can we have a moment of silence?
She's done it again.
This is a huge transformation, not only for myself and applying it and doing it, but for Stephanie. She kind of is like shocked looking at the mirror. She's like, I'm a whole new person.
Who is that? I love her, but who is it?
I know. Can you believe her new hair, you guys? Look how gorgeous. Look at the color. Look at this cute cut. Trendy. Like she is 100% a 2018 trend going on. We cut off. Look how much her hair lightened today. Yep, that's how long it was. We cut off probably a total of 11 inches off of her hair, because remember how I said leave room to play with? we ended up going even shorter, and that's good that we did that because we want to keep all that length so we can kind of play around and texturize everything. These bangs, she is obviously banging. Look at this. I'm obsessed. I'm jealous. I want this hair.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you.
I do. How do you feel?
I feel really light and really fresh and really fun. It's too good to be true a little bit. I really didn't actually know that we would get all this way today. So I'm really grateful, and I'm really excited, and I'm really excited to have a fun summer with this hair.
Oh yeah,
And then if we're gonna do more, we will see. We'll give this hair a little rest.
yes,
Play with it, live with it,
yep.
and
I
then,
think that's
and then
exactly it.
decide from there. But right now, I'm
will
like
you
the most
tell
pleased.
them what you were saying about like these ends just going away, like goodbye
So,
ends.
you know, if you think about it, you know, every cell in our body carries energy and memory, and so perhaps the cells in our hair carry memories and energy. So there are some things that happened at these very tips of my hair that were many years ago
Yep.
that I am letting go of, and I'm totally okay with that. Always moving forward,
I
guys.
love it.
With this one.
See why she's an incredible client to have. Like I had the chills with her saying that because they say when you cut your hair, you're changing. Like what is that quote? When you cut your hair, you're changing the world or something. I don't know. I don't know it. But I am just in awe of what her hair did. Her hair did exactly what I wanted to do. It lightened up 3 shades today. As you guys can see, this was the color. It was black, you guys. It was black. This was black one time. Can you believe it?
A month ago, only a month ago.
1 month ago.
Yeah.
So, as you guys kind of saw the tutorial and everything, I hope that helped you guys. I hope you learned a little bit today. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help you learn, and whatever you take from my videos, I'm grateful and I'm glad and I'm excited for you. But I will not accept negativity moving on forward, just like she said. These ends are goodbye.
Yeah.
We're not doing that here. But who can complain? Look how pretty. Look at the insides of that. We did that micro root. Look back for me. Look how pretty that is. We added just like that little tap in there. Okay. Keep going. This haircut.
Is the most fun, by the way.
Oh.
Look at her hottie hair.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. So,
Oh, the contrast!
actually come over here real fast. I want you guys to see like the difference, okay? This is what she
Did you
was.
go? Were you lighter before?
A little. We had it touched up and then she
Come
added
in
like
here.
dimension.
In the sun.
I just want them to see that this was your hair. Okay, film this real quick.
blonde. Like it looks
Yeah.
so good.
Crazy, huh?
It looks so good.
Oh, you are. Whoa, this was me before. This length and that color.
You look really good.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
we're
we
like.
both look amazing. Thank
So
you.
you guys, this is also a guest at our salon today. She's a makeup artist, but we wanted to bring her in real quick because ironically, she's here getting her hair darkened. This was Stephanie's hair 1 month ago. And now look.
Crazy.
Looks so good.
So I hope you guys are inspired. I hope you're inspired to make changes, do something for yourself, to feel good about yourself. Anyways, this is fun. I love it. I love my
Thanks,
salon.
everyone. You guys are amazing.
Woo! Yes, go team, go team. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy my videos. I love you all. Thank you. Subscribe, comment. And I love you all. See you on the next video. Goodbye.